read to me what you just read to me like 20 minutes ago.
Okay. Man tracks down his stolen motorcycle with Apple AirTag in Brooklyn and gets beaten up as the same men rob him again.
For the bike or something else?
For the bike, for probably what he had in his wallet. Who knows?
Oh my God, where was this?
This was, guess where?
I'm looking at like a train station.
In Brooklyn.
Knickerbocker Avenue.
Yes, this was in Brooklyn. This was in the hoods of Brooklyn.
Oh my God. Did it give any other information on the guy?
So it said the 41-year-old victim had used a small attachable GPS to find motorcycle at a deli on Knickerbocker Avenue. He confronted two men who were with his bike and took it back from them. But they returned a short while later to beat him up.
Yo, there's so much New York. That's such a New York story. There's so much New York-ishness going on in that story.
It's that pettiness. It's that, I stole it from you, but you stole it back from me. So I'm going to steal it from you again. Is that pettiness. That pettiness.
Yo, that's that how dare you. How dare you come and take back what I stole from you.
The audacity.
The audacity.
For you to come back and take your shit back.
Yo, that's such a New York thing, yo. It sounds so New York because, first of all, it sucks. Ain't that ass? Like,
that is ass.
Apple went out of their way, right? And let me not act like they don't want the money from it, right? But Apple,
of course,
Apple made a great device in which we could track almost anything in the world, and I've been wanting that for a while because I've been losing keys and wallets.
People have been putting that in their luggages since luggages now go missing at the airports. People have been putting that on their keys, on their kids whenever they travel, on everything.
That on your kids thing is hella smart. That wristband on your kid, hella smart.
My sister went to Bolivia a few weeks ago, and my sister and my brother, like, they all went and they had their own little trackers. It was like a bracelet with it looked like a watch, kind of. Looked like a little kid's watch.
Yeah, it looked like a watch, but it's really a tracker, which is cool.
Which is interesting, yeah.
Ain't it so funny? Like, Apple goes out of their way, they make this really great device for you to be able to track anything. We've been wanting this for years, right? I can't tell you how many times I've lost my keys or my wallet or my phone back in the day before you could track your phone, right?
Exactly.
And, like, you think you put it on a hot commodity like a bike, something that's been getting stolen in New York City for years. First of all, if you own a bike here in New York City, whether it's a motorbike or a regular bike, you cannot leave that outside for longer than like a half an hour. It will get stolen, right? Especially if it's summertime, right?
If it won't get stolen, they'll steal the wheels or they steal the seat or something.
Right? So, some crackhead will find a way, right? Some crackhead will drift across town and find a way to steal it. And like Apple makes this great device, and then next thing you know, you track it down. Now you think, oh yeah, I put a tracker on it so no one can ever take it. But then they took it, so now I'm gonna track it down.
Exactly.
They track it down. You go out there, and I'm gonna tell you what the problem with this is in a second. You go out there, you get there, you get it back. Yes, victory. And the same two people that took it from you in the first place come back to rob you again. That's where the problem is.
Yeah.
Once you track it, you're not the police. If it's like my wallet, I'll probably go.
Okay.
Because I feel like I don't have to be aggressive to take that back.
That's true. That's true.
Because I can prove that that's mine.
Yeah,
That's my ID. That's my cards. And I could play it off and make it seem like you didn't even rob me. Even though I know you might have robbed me, I could play it off and say, oh, hey, thank you for being such an awesome civilian and returning this to me.
Oh,
right?
Shit.
Oh, maybe you found it on the bus. Thank God it dropped on my pocket. Thank you. But something like a bike, you already know who took it.
Exactly.
Had the mindset of, I'm taking this, not because I found it and hopefully whoever owns it will come back and get it. No, I took it because I took it and now it's mine.
Exactly.
So because they even are thinking like that, I'm not going out there to get my bike, especially if it's not a regular pedal bike. If it was a motorbike.
It doesn't say.
Especially if it's like a motorbike. It
was most likely a motorbike.
If it's like a motorbike,
or like one of those electric bikes.
The police and the police are going to go and get my bike. I'm not gonna go and get my bike.
But this story tells you how savage New York City is. How like you have to have a backbone. You have to have a certain shell to live in New York City, or else you will get your ass beat.
Yeah. Yeah, you need some sort of backbone, but you don't always have to go address. You don't always have to show your backbone. You just need to be able to have it enough to say, you know?
Yo, I need a car to help me get my bike back.
But I'm gonna
type
tell you
shit.
what, like, yeah, I'm not going out there to just get my bike, like, you know, like
Yeah.
by myself. I'm at least gonna
Hell
go with my
no.
friends.
By myself, fuck that.
I'm at least gonna go with my friends and be
I
like,
love the part
the
that
reason I say that is because I've been through the experience of like not me personally, but I've seen like my friends' bikes get stolen, and almost every time they show up to get it back, the person that took your bike is never alone.
exactly.
You ever realize
That's
that?
why it was 2 men that robbed him, not one.
Exactly. Keyword. Two
Two.
men that robbed him. You're never by yourself. Like, all right, did I tell you this story? With my friend Keyshawn. I had a really good friend named Keyshawn.
Okay.
Keyshawn, if you're watching this, hit me up on Facebook, bro. Right. But like, I remember I had a really good friend named Keyshawn, me and my brother Dexter, and we all lived on the same street, so we'd all play together. And I remember we all had bikes.
Okay.
And Keyshawn didn't have a bike. And
Aw.
my parents had just bought us new bikes when we moved back
Okay.
to New York. So my old bike, our old bikes were still in the garage.
Oh wow.
Right?
Okay.
So my dad saw everyone riding bikes except for Keyshawn. So he was like, Keyshawn, you don't have a bike? And then Keyshawn's like, no. He's like, well, I have a bike for you here. And he goes and grabs my old bike that they got me for my 10th birthday.
Aw.
And my dad cleans it up and everything,
Eh.
changes the chain, gives it to Keyshawn. Keyshawn gets on the bike. Keyshawn, every time you see Keyshawn for the whole summer,
He's on
the bike. If we're going around the corner, hold on, let me get my bike. If we're going anywhere, let me get my bike. If even the bike was gonna sit in front of another friend's house, let me go get my bike. Right? Love this bike. Loved it for 3 strong days, right? Nah, it wasn't 3 days. It was like a week, right? Keyshawn rides his bike. He loves his bike so much he decides to start riding it outside of our little comfort of a block. He goes like 4 or 5 blocks over to some block we've never played on before with some kids we've never seen before, and he's just playing with them. And it's a nice bike. It's a nice bike, right? You know my parents, they're not gonna get me some cheap.
Of course not.
It's a nice bike.
Yeah.
And he's riding it, and he gets off, and then somebody asks him to ride the bike. They're like, yo, like, let me try out this bike.
Oh shit.
And he's like, cool, like whatever, you could try it out. The kid gets on the bike, rides to the end of the block, turns the corner, and doesn't return. Well, actually, I think the way Keyshawn described it was he turned the corner, he came around the block once, went back around the block, didn't come back.
Oh my god, yo! I would have chased him down.
He didn't even know that he was gonna, because remember he went around the block one time, and when he went again, he's expecting him to come back. So of course you're gonna stand there 5, 10, 15. After like 30 minutes, he's like, "Where's your boy?" And they're like, "Oh, we don't know that kid." His bike was gone.
That is so bad.
Actually, what's so ironic is
I would have cried.
At the end of the summer, like a month later, we saw that same guy riding by with a group of his friends on that bike past our block. But we can't say nothing.
It's a bunch of them.
He's like with 13 kids.
Oh my god.
I never rolled that deep. I'm like, damn, they are deep.
Yeah, no. He probably was like, yo.
You can't get that bike back,
He's like,
bro.
yo. He told all of his friends, yo, pull up, let's go ride our bike, knowing he stole somebody's bike and he about to ride down their block.
People do that with basketballs, everything. And usually when they take it, they are not alone. They are with a
no,
group
they're
of
not
friends.
alone.
No one has the balls to do that when they're by themselves.
Oh no.
You know, take someone's bike. You're
crazy.
Scared. Unless it's like a little kid, you know.
Yeah, but even the same breath, yeah, little kids don't care. But New York City is some shit. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Hell no. Like I think New York City has this like weird culture to it in which we all understand that stuff like that is gonna happen.
Yeah. we just don't know when or how.
But someone's gonna try some fuck shit with your
someone's
stuff.
gonna like it doesn't matter what part of New York City you live in. Even if you live in like the nicest area, someone's gonna try to come and fuck with your shit.
Whether they're taking it or just fucking with it.
Whatever it is. It doesn't have to be one or the other.
Have you ever had something stolen from you like that?
I probably have. I don't remember though.
You've lived a very sheltered life, I realize.
I've lived a very, very, very sheltered
That's the problem.
life.
You live such a sheltered life. You know these things. At least you know these things exist, though.
No, hell yeah, I know these things exist. I've gone to public school. I've seen people steal shit. I've seen it. I've seen it all. I've been part of it all. It's never happened to me. Also, like I was always the type of person that'd be like, do some shit to me or fighting. Like my brother used to get bullied in elementary school, and I used to beat up his bullies.
Nah,
Like-
that's crazy. Nah, that's crazy. My older sister used to come and my older sister
Bug
used to come and beat
people?
up my bullies.
Yep.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yep.